Welcome back, class, to another episode of Chaos Films Teaches. Today we're going to talk about chess, and we are going to learn how the pieces move. So, if you've never played chess, this is going to be a great starting point because after this lesson, you should be able to start playing your first game of chess. Now, before I get into how the pieces move, let's just remember that there are 6 different types of pieces. There is a rook, a knight, a bishop, a queen, a king, and a pawn. Also, you just need to know that in the game of chess, you take turns making moves. So white always goes first. White will make a move. Black then makes a move. And then it's white's turn again. And then black's move. And you take turns making moves. Okay, you start taking turns. Awesome. It's just the basics. Now let's actually talk about how each of these pieces moves. So the first piece that we're going to look at is this piece called the rook. Now the rook moves in a straight line up and down or side to side. So it can go up, it can go down, it can go side, and it can go side. Now the rook is very fast. It can actually go as far as it wants as long as it doesn't do one of two things. As long as it doesn't jump over a piece, it can't jump over anything, and it can't jump off the board, right? So if, say, this rook wanted to go to a4 all the way to the left here, could it go there in one move? Yeah, it could, because nothing is in its way. It can go all the way because that's a straight line to the side. Let's say that it wanted to go all the way up to e8. Can it go there? Yeah, that's a straight line up. As long as it's not jumping over anything, it's fine. Now, let's go ahead and just place another random piece here, this pawn. And now let's say that the rook wanted to go here again. Can he go there in one move? He cannot, because now he would have to jump over the pawn, which we said he can't do, right? It would take him a few moves to get there. He couldn't do it in one move. So again, just remember, a rook, up and down, side to side, can't jump over pieces, can't jump off the board. Awesome. The next piece that we're going to look at is this piece called the bishop. The bishop kind of looks like a pointy-headed dude, and the bishop moves in diagonals, right? So he moves into the corners of the squares diagonally. Now, when a bishop moves, he is also very quick. He can go as far as he wants as long as he doesn't do either of those two things either. He can't jump over pieces. He can't jump off the board, right? So can this bishop go, say, here? Yeah, because that's diagonal. That's fine, right? Can he go here? Yeah, that's diagonal. That's fine. As long as he's not jumping over anybody, that's totally fine. Now, let's say that there was this knight here, and our bishop wanted to go all the way through to this square. Can he do that right now? No, he can't, because he can't jump over the knight. Now, could he take the knight and then move here next turn? Yes, he could, but he couldn't do it all in one move, right? Because he can't jump over pieces. So that's the bishop. Bishops only move diagonally. Cool. The next piece we're going to look at is a combination of both of those. This is what we call a queen. Now, the queen is really neat because she's our most powerful piece. She can move up, she can move down, she can move side, she can move to the side, and she can move diagonally. She basically can do anything that a rook or a bishop can, and she can move as far as she wants because she's also very quick. The only thing that she can't do is jump over pieces again. She can't do that, and she can't jump off the board. Can't do that either. So again, let's look at a few scenarios. Can the queen go here? Yeah, because that's diagonal. That's a straight line. That's fine. Can she go back here? Absolutely. That's a straight line. Can she go here? Yep, that's straight up. Can she go here? Well, no, not really, because that's not really a diagonal or a straight line. She can't do that. That would not be okay. And again, let's say that there was a rook here and she wanted to go here. Could she do that? No, because she can't jump over the rook. She could land there and capture the rook and then go there the next move, but she can't do it all in one turn. Okay, next piece we're going to look at is called the knight. The knight. Now, the knight is a very fun piece. The knight is, a lot of the times gets called a horse. The knight moves in an L shape, right? And it's either 2 squares to the side and then either 1 up or down, or 2 squares up and then 1 to the side. The thing about the knight is that he has to turn, right? So he's going to move either 2 straight and then 1 turn, or 1 up or down and then 2 turn. So he moves in a 3 square L shape. So 1, 2, 3, that's an L shape. Boom, we can do that. Perfect. Let's see. Let's say 1, 2, 3. Is that an L shape? Yeah, it is. So we can do that too, right? That's fine. So 3 square L shape is what the knight can do. Now the knight does get to do something interesting. The knight does jump over pieces. Now it's important to note that the knight only captures things that he actually lands on at the end of his move. So let's say all these pieces were in his way, right? He doesn't like jump and take all of them. He only captures the one that he lands on at the end. But the knight is the only piece that can jump over pieces, which makes it kind of cool. The next piece we're going to look at is the king. Now the king is kind of like the queen in that he can move up and down, side to side, and diagonally. The only difference is that where the queen can go as far as she wants, the king can only go 1 square at a time. So only 1 square at a time, and of course the king is old, he can't jump over pieces. We don't want our king getting injured, so the king cannot jump over pieces. Awesome. And then the last piece we're going to look at is the pawn. Now the pawn is an interesting piece. He is the smallest chess piece. On its first turn, the pawn can move 1 or 2 squares straight forward. Right, so he can move straight forward. Now after that, he can only go 1 square at a time. He moves in a straight line. What makes the pawn different from other pieces is that where other pieces captured in the same way that they moved, the pawn doesn't do that. The pawn cannot capture forward. He can't do that. Pawns capture diagonally. So the pawn could capture here. They capture diagonally 1 square. So again, on its first turn, the pawn can move 1 or 2 squares. But after that, it can only go 1 square at a time. Okay? Now, if a pawn ever reaches the end, the pawn gets to do something special called promotion, which means that the pawn can turn into either a bishop, a knight, a rook, or a queen. A bishop, a knight, a rook, or a queen, which makes it kind of cool, right? Very versatile piece. So again, now you know how each of the pieces moves. You can go ahead and try out a game of chess. Obviously, there's going to be rules that you don't know about yet, but that's okay. Go ahead and just try moving some pieces. White goes first, then black, and take turns moving pieces back and forth. I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson. I hope you enjoyed learning how the pieces move. If you guys like the content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. We do put up new content Monday through Friday, math and chess. So if you're interested in either of those 2 topics, there's going to be plenty of content for you. Thanks again for stopping by today, guys, and until next time.